Hello guys and welcome to another solo leveling arise video. In this one I would like to show you some of the choices I've done with the gear to help you save some gold. I've been asked how do you have so much gold at this point and so on. It's not because I don't use it. I do use it. I just am more conservative about it, and I hope that with these examples and the explanations of why I did them this way, it will help you as well when deciding what to upgrade and what not to upgrade. So the first case is Baek. Yeah. So Baek has armed and a combination of executioner and concentration of firepower. Yeah? So why did I choose to upgrade some of these pieces? Right. This one is pretty straightforward. It has a good main stat and then 2 acceptable substats. Yeah, so I will upgrade this to +10, but if it's level 45 I choose to leave it on +10. And now as for the second piece, this one is really good one. It's a level 50 with 4 good substats, so this one I will probably +15 or maybe even +20 in the future. The next one is this one. This one has 2 good substats, so I would +10 this right away. Especially pieces that have crit rate and attack for me are really good on early game, because you want to have enough substats so that you can get 50% critical hit rate. And then this piece, well, I got it in the beginning and I just +5'd it because of a challenge, but this one will be replaced soon and I would never upgrade it for more than +5, at least not for this piece. As for the Executioner one, it has 3 good substats, and Executioner in general is a good set that works for any unit. So if I am to take this piece away from Baek, somebody else would use it. Anybody with attack could use this piece. As for this one, I'm just using it as in the meanwhile because of the dark damage. I don't have another good piece that he could use with dark damage, so I'm just using that one. But there could be a case where I would just prefer substats over dark damage, because 0.97% is negligible. Yeah? I'm using it mainly because of the set, because this piece does have attack, so I combine it with these so that I have damage dealt. But as you can see, I've only upgraded one of the pieces. I believe this one I could maybe reuse, although it's not a good piece. I would say this is not something I would have upgraded as a preference. So I would, if I could go back, I don't think I would have upgraded this piece. But anyway, it's already upgraded. Just that, have in mind that this is not a good piece to upgrade. This one though, this one has 3 good substats for Baek, so it's good to upgrade, but it's in general a better piece for HP based characters. So it just rolled on attack percentage, but when I was rolling it, I was thinking more about HP characters. As for Seo,
okay, no mistakes.
This was one of the early pieces that I got. As you can see, it's level 35 and it has only 1 good substat. This is the reason why it's +10, because it was one of the initial pieces.
Find control.
As for this
Stay
one,
calm and focus.
I want to have a guardian set for Seo, and I usually use the rule of 2 good substats and level 50 purple as a minimum for, let's say, late game gear. Yeah. So in this case, I have defense penetration and additional HP, which are okay substats. But this is actually good for the first piece, so I just +12 it. And then for this one, this was the first glove. I want to aim for a guardian set for Seo, so I do have HP percentage here, and then these 2 which are helpful, but then this one rolled there, so it's not gonna be a good piece. But in the meanwhile, it can work. I upgraded it thinking about Seo's guardian set. This one is offset piece, but since it's a destroyer set, it could work well with various units. It has damage increase and then MP consumption reduction, which benefits any unit, and getting well, at this point, getting critical hit damage boots is going to be a long road. So I plus 12 this one because Destroyer is a very generic set, and I pretend to use it on somebody like in the future, like Emma, or well, maybe DJ, but I'm not sure. But for now, let's just say Emma, yeah. And then
Find control. Stay
the
calm
skeleton
and
set
focus.
is not something that I want for sale as an end game thing. This will be eventually transferred to Baek, but this is important because because it was a situation. So I had to adapt the situation that I had good berserker pieces and I didn't have good executioner pieces. So I would rather use the berserker piece to my advantage so that I can advance more, and then later on I could replace it with an executioner. But I don't upgrade all the pieces. So as you can see, this one is like it's just a placeholder for the set, and this one is actually okay because it has 2 good substats. So I did upgrade it to plus 12, also to give more water damage to Seo so that she could do more damage to Cerberus. And then for the next one is the ring. So the ring has HP, which is actually good, and it has attack and defense penetration, and also additional HP. So this piece will be thrown away, as in it's not gonna be a good piece for long-term usage, but for the initial part of Cerberus, it's a good idea because this skeleton piece has helped me get more gear, and eventually I'll get better gear here because of this set here. And then this last piece is just there for completing the set. So as you can see, these 2 pieces I don't upgrade because they're just there for the set, but these 2 have decent substats, so I did upgrade them. For Emma, it's quite simple. So she's I don't have enough resources to invest on more than 2 characters heavily, so I chose to invest the least on Emma. Not because she's bad, it's because she doesn't need good gear. Your DPSs need good gear because they are the ones that will carry the damage throughout the run. The supports, in this case Emma, do not need a good gear. They're the last ones to be geared well. So you can keep her with just a set that will give a benefit to somebody. So for example, Double Sacrifice gives a benefit to Jinwoo and also to SM Baek. So just having this set is good. And now Standing Connection is a benefit to SM Baek on the Hunter side, so that's good. And the rest about upgrading, just upgrade pieces that you think might be okay. And that's about it. So last one is Jinwoo. Jinwoo is the main character and also the main person that you wanna invest on. So every best piece, just put it on him. It's as simple as that. Any offensive piece that you find, so anything that has, let's say, 2 good substats or more, and it has good rolls, put it on him. Because the thing is that a lot of the content initially you will clear with him, and he will be supporting you in most of the content, so he's the character worth investing most on. One thing though that could help you also save some gold, before you upgrade to plus 12, you can use plus 10 pieces to move things around. I used to move these critical hit damage boots around Seo and him when I started, so that Seo could use the toughness set. But now I cannot move because it just costs gold. So yeah, just some tip. You can keep a piece on plus 10 so that you can move it around, but then after that it's gonna cost gold. And the skeleton set is not something that Jinwoo is gonna end up with, but it's going to benefit also SM Baek. So when you upgrade pieces, you can think of, okay, now it's going to be on Jinwoo, but then when I remove this piece or I get an upgrade of this piece, who's going to own it after? If you think like that, then you also think about upgrading pieces for other units before you pass it to them. So the skeleton set is a good example of how this set in the future is just gonna be moved into SM Baek's gear sets. So something to have in mind when upgrading gear. And also, well, this is not more gold related, but just event related. This piece is actually quite good, but I haven't upgraded it yet because the artifact event is going to start tomorrow. So I'm just waiting for tomorrow so that I can upgrade this piece. This is something that it's not a gold saver, but it will give you items for free at the same cost. The last thing that will save you money as well is the weapon upgrading. So if you choose only 3 weapons to upgrade and then forget about the rest, at least until you finish with those, it will be a great money saver. Reason being is because you might feel tempted to use the right elemental weapon on every chapter to make it easier so that you can get the trophies faster. But if the reason is the trophies, you can get them later, as in you will have enough CC later on to just rush through them. So there's no need to do it immediately. And also the lack of, if you are F2P, you will most definitely like to have 2 strong weapons. So focusing on 2, the 3 is the best scenario for me in order to save those resources spent on upgrade. Oh yeah, forgot about this one, challenges. So challenges can be quite gold demanding sometimes, especially with the +10 and +12 gear upgrading at first. But this is an exception that I would be willing to do. So you want to advance as much as you can. So in this regards, if you want to save money to stop progression of the challenge for 2-3 days, I would rather spend the gold and advance on the challenges instead. This is my preference. I believe that challenges are made there to help you progress faster, even though it seems like it's expensive, but eventually you will see the benefits of doing things with the challenges. And well, that's about it. Well, just one thing to have in mind is that spending gold wisely doesn't mean that you will have gold always. As in, I've been saving this gold for the artifact event, so after that event is over, I'll probably not have a lot of gold, but it helps to have the mindset of knowing what to spend gold on and what not, so that you can progress faster in the game. I hope this video was helpful for you, and if you like these kinds of videos, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.